Hello. Hi, Holly. How are you? Thank you for being patient. I'll wait for a few more to get in here. Okay. Let me go ahead and do all the things. Give a few minutes. Hi, Kelly. Let's see. Hey, Anna. I'm just going to do all the stuffs. I'm not sure where Matt is. um, I sent the link to Facebook Messenger, so he might get notifications that we're on now. But I think it was a little bit of mix up. Thanks, Mercury. Doing good, doing good. Hey, Kara. But yeah, I'm not sure if it's his internet, or maybe he fell asleep. I don't know. So we'll find out. And if he's not able to make it after all, then we'll go ahead and just continue with everything. But I wanted to get him on here to talk about it all. So we will just give him a few minutes. I did pull some cards. I didn't pull like a whole lot of them. So we'll do the reading portion first, of course. And we'll give Maddie some time. Okay, there we go. My computer on Facebook is all of a sudden behaving, so, and I didn't do anything. I didn't try to figure it out, so it must have just been Facebook. Because it's back. Okay, here we go. How has everybody's weekend been? Hi, Suzanne. We're not going to want to do that probably. I'm going to have to screen share and unmute everything. I'm going to try to not allow the screeching interference whenever my laptop is on with the sound. Hey, Patrick, nice to see you. And yes, you're on time. Thank you. This is going to be fun. I have a few clips of my session with Matt that I will be sharing with you guys. So, really interesting stuff in there. Okay. Did the shares. Oh yeah, time change. That's right. That's a thing, huh? Was that today or is that supposed to be tonight? Because that would make sense if it was today, because I did not feel like I got that much sleep. Okay. I've got this stage up so I know if he comes in and I can put him on. All right. Yeah, time change is such a drag, man. When we hit spring. Oh, it was last night. Okay. Well, you know, all of my clocks they automatically do it themselves. I don't have any analog clocks. So I just do what the time tells me to do. I don't keep track. Okay, cool. So we have a little tiny bit to integrate today time change. Okay. Oh, that. That's right whenever like okay. I think yeah, that must have been it. That must have been the confusion because time changed. So I don't know. Matt will see his inbox and he will see the link invite in there. I messaged him a couple times. I called him also. So I don't know if his phone is on silent, but he'll figure it out, I'm sure. But we'll just kind of go forward. Okay. Just checking. He still hasn't seen my messages. Hey, Krista. All right. That sucks. I didn't factor in the time change whenever we were talking about what time we were going to start. So it never even occurred to me. Sorry, Matt. Okay, so we'll just go ahead and get into the reading. 3 cards came out of each deck. I used 3 decks. So the trend of 3, 3, 6, 9. Yeah, Matt, where are you? Where are you? Let's shout into the void, everyone. Let's summon him. Okay. So, okay, let's see here. I'm trying to figure out where I want to start. Okay. So the thing that kept, hi Ben, the thing that kept coming to my mind as I was pulling all of these cards was let your heart be your guide. And the card in the center for the tarot deck that we pulled today is the Ace of Cups. So this is like being guided by the heart space. There's some kind of a decision approaching, okay, with that Two of Pentacles, or you could just be in some kind of indecisive energy, which clouds your judgment, clouds yourself from being able to see opportunities, things that you're meant to do. Second guessing yourself always taints that. We have the Eight of Swords showing up in the reverse. This is overcoming that overthinking, reprogramming those thought patterns, rewiring your thoughts, your brain. And it may still feel foreign, it may still feel uncertain, becoming more decisive and actually stepping, it's like comfort zone. Hi Linda, it's that comfort zone energy. I'm going to put the comments up right there so I can see all of them too, because I think I'm missing a lot of them. So it's still going to take some courage, some dedication, some, okay, this is what I want. This is what it's going to take for me to get there. So I'm going to go ahead and do the thing. Independence. They're talking about independence. You're going to have to take you're going to be the initiator. You are meant to initiate. So it is you using that divine masculine energy to take charge, to step outside of comfort zones, using your discernment, right? That is divine masculine. It is also discernment. That's the left side of the brain. The right side of the brain is that divine feminine, the intuitiveness. So using that divine masculine energy that you have been healing, that you have been working on. You've had some kind of emotional release lately, which allows you to see clearly the ancient wisdom that you carry with you. Hi, Mike. How are you? Good to see you. And that's, stripping away these illusions. This is overcoming the things that cloud your thoughts, that cloud your judgment, those emotions. And emotions, as we know, being humans, emotions are sticky and messy sometimes. So whenever those are permeating, whether we've suppressed those and they're bottled up and permeating, from deep within, or we've just been going through emotional turbulence, it's surfacing for everyone in different ways so that you can let it go. We have the it's all good and let it go. So it's good for you to move through these emotions. It's good for you to allow these things to leave your experience, because that energy is going to do different things in different places after you release it, because stagnated energy doesn't stop moving. Energy is always in motion. Our emotions are energy in motion. Even whenever they're stagnant, they're still swirling, they're still in motion. So, what did you want me to say about that? Okay, so holding on to it isn't going to cause it to end, but it is like holding the energy hostage. It's like you holding your emotions hostage. So stop holding them hostage. Release them, let them go, let them move through you, because it's only causing more and more, hi Katie, more and more toxicity. It's poisoning you from the inside out. So allow these emotions to surface, allow them to move through you at this time. There are going to be triggered emotions. You know, it's just that's what it's supposed to be right now. We have creativity, which is also Three of Cups. Um, yes, I think that was the issue with Matt. So I'm giving him some. Oh, there he is. I think I see a number 3 in there. There, he's here. There you are.
Hello. Sorry, guys. I was on a meeting. I was with my sister sorting out a session for her.
Okay, sorry. I didn't even it didn't even occur to me that time changed. So
Yeah.
I was like,
But
oh, that must have been the miscommunication. I didn't even realize it till they said it in the
I
comments.
was expecting it to be 9 o'clock. Yeah? It's only 20 past 8 here now.
Oh wow, yeah, our time
Yeah.
just changed last night. We sprung ahead an hour.
Oh, shit. No, I didn't even know. That's why I was like, oh, no, it's getting close now. I'm going to have to close the session off. And then you ring me. I was like,
Oh
I can't
no.
answer that right now.
I didn't interrupt you, did I?
No, it's completely fine.
Okay. There we go. I was just reading the cards that I pulled um just
Oh,
to
yeah.
give more time. So
You can carry on with that if you want. I'd love to hear.
alrighty. So these emotions that are surfacing are allowing us to get to our creativity. Um, they're allowing us to tap in even deeper into that divine feminine energy. We have the feminine here showing up bottom of the deck. So we have the masculine and the feminine stepping forward. You're going to need to balance both. You're going to need to use your discernment on when to use which tool at which time, when to be open and observe, and when to take action. These emotions surfacing are stripping away illusion. Move through them slowly but steady. Okay, maintain that balance. That's what it's all about. Maintaining that balance and integrating. You have to pause, you have to slow down to integrate all of these emotions that are surfacing. So allow them to surface, allow yourself to express them and feel them. Okay, and then let them go. But it's a slow process, it's not going to happen overnight. I mean, some cases it might, but in most cases it's not going to just happen overnight. So pace yourself, they say. Invest only in the things that you want right now, in the energies, placing your focus where you want. Also, they're talking about your physical time, your they've been talking about restructuring, right, reprioritizing, delegating things to others or to different days, different times. It's like scheduling. You need to like pencil in some time for you, invest more time in yourself, and really focus on that divine masculine energy, because we do have the King of Wands also showing up right behind that, investing in that energy, in that passionate, um, it's like the go-getter energy. So if you don't feel like a go-getter right now, but there's some kind of project or some kind of path that you want to initiate, you are the initiate, right? You are supposed to initiate this path. You are supposed to use that masculine energy, the King of Wands, fire energy in motion. So that well of strength. Also, he has the lion right behind him to create this 10 of cups. This is fortune after difficulty. You see rainbows only come after a storm. So well, you know, here anyway, um, in the organic way, there's rainbows everywhere and they're in streams and stuff, but we're talking about the storm here. Okay, so this is happiness and fulfillment after having experienced the storm, after having experienced some kind of tumultuous energy. You didn't think you were going to be able to get through it, but then you did, because the sun's out. Sun's out, guns out. I don't know if someone's like hitting up the gym. um, but it's good for you. It'll help you to harness and tap into and harness that divine masculine energy, which will help you. It's not saying you have to go to the gym to do this. You can just go out for a walk, even if it's to your mailbox, with the intention of getting energy moving forward. But someone's going to the gym, so it's going to help you in taking that leap of faith, taking that first step, using that masculine energy to go for the things that it is that you want. We have progress on the bottom of the deck. This is a new deck I just got, guys. It just got here on Saturday, or no, Friday. It was the day of our session, Matt. right?
Nice.
Yeah, because I pulled cards that day and I
Yeah,
pulled
those were the 11, 22, and 33,
and
yeah.
33. Yeah.
Yeah, that was special. That was
Yeah, it was awesome. But this is the Feminine Wisdom Oracle. So
nice.
we got progress with development, advanced condition. So you are making progress. You are still in the development stages, but we talked about being in the gestational stages last week where you're birthing something into creation. And it's really funny because now I'm being reminded, and I'm pretty sure that it's in the last clip that we're going to play, the one that you wanted to play for the collective.
Yeah.
It's in that one that my higher self talks about humanity descending from the birth canal.
Yeah.
So I
Well,
like how those tie together.
you had a lot of juicy details in your session, definitely.
Yeah. You guys are going to like it. I think you're going to geek out on it too. Okay. Confidence. We've been talking about stepping into that confidence. And with that King of Wands energy, that lion behind him, that's that confidence. That's that strength and power. Faith to rely on yourself. So know that you got you. The guidance that comes from you is the only guidance that you really need to pay attention to. If you're seeking external guidance or like these readings on here, if it resonates for you, then that's for you. If you are like not feeling it, that doesn't resonate, it doesn't, that doesn't apply to me, then don't take it. That's your own inner guidance saying, okay, this isn't for you, this may be for someone else, because it is a general collective reading. So confidence to understand your own power and the power to change your circumstances. We have hope next, and this is one of the cards that actually came out of the deck. Spill the tea, Matt. Fulfillment. So we have the lightning bolt. The lightning, it's not just one bolt, but it's a lightning storm. Okay, so going through the storm that we just talked about, encountering that storm, but lightning is talking about lightning fast changes, lightning fast energy. The tower usually has lightning on the card. This is changes, right? And this is card number 25. So changes in maybe relationships or things that you are involved in. Changes within yourself and your own connection to yourself, belief and fulfillment. This is, no matter what kind of storm comes your way, that you're going to come out on the other side with that 10 of Cups energy, right? Yeah. That nice. Fortune after difficulty, that rainbow after the storm, that hope. So guidance, help from the higher being. Oh, that's cool. That's a good card to come out today, right? Talking about the higher self and meditation. Yes, this is guidance from the higher being. And it's card number 29, which breaks down to 11. So it's so funny. So awesome. Yeah. Getting help from your higher being, that guidance, allowing that guidance to come through. You do not have to have some kind of a hypnosis session to bring forth the guidance from your higher self.
Set the intention in your meditation.
Help. Did you want to say anything else?
Yeah, I just say set the intention to connect to your higher self during the meditation or before the meditation starts, and then just breathe into it and see what happens.
Yeah. And you can channel your higher self through writing, typing, voice clips. Like you like to do a lot of the voice clips to channel that guidance.
It's all right if you've got it all labeled, So if it's not all labeled and in order, it's a nightmare.
Yeah, agreed.
So you're just looking at numbers, you're like, yes, it's a number, but what is on this number? So many things are going to put here.
It takes that connection, but you can definitely get there, especially if you are meditating regularly. That meditation is your bridge to your higher self, to allowing that guidance to come in.
Yeah.
Ooh, artichokes. I love that, Susan. Last card we have is love. Life's purpose is to love. Love yourself, love others, and be loved. That's what it's all about. Anything that is not of a frequency of love is not truth, because love is the only truth. And your higher self will make you understand that fact the more you tap in, the more you develop this relationship, this openness to your highest version. It will come through more and more. And in the clips that you guys are about to see, there's not really much difference from whenever I'm channeling on like on the podcast to my higher self, in my opinion anyway. I don't know if you think differently, Matt.
What's that, sorry?
Like how my higher self was in our session isn't much different from whenever I'm channeling on the podcast.
Yeah, no, I'd say they're very similar, yeah.
I'm gonna shut my door because my cat's
I'm gonna go make a drink. Yeah,
all right. I'll put these cards away, guys, and then we'll get set up to share some stuff. Ooh, artichoke quarters and a lemon butter sauce. Sounds delicious. I love artichoke. I went and I got a bunch of gardening stuff yesterday, so I'm almost ready to plant my garden. I'm going to start some seeds today after the podcast. The boys and I are going to start some little peat pots with seeds in them.
Nice.
Yeah.
Family project.
Yeah.
Amazing.
That way we have our seeds, you know, our sprouts ready to put outside whenever there's no more risk of freeze.
What are you planning on growing?
All kinds of things. So I got quite a few herbs, cilantro, because I love cilantro, or coriander, as you guys call it. All organic seeds and heirloom stuff. I got some heirloom tomatoes, and the boys wanted to get sunflowers, so we're going to grow some sunflowers to feed the birds around here.
Oh, that's amazing. And help the bees?
Beans, yeah, we've got beans, 2 different kinds, and I don't exactly remember. I know we got purple carrots, like heirloom carrots.
I've never seen a different color carrot other than orange. I've never seen another color.
Really? Never? Oh my gosh. I'll have to show you.
Yeah,
I'll get them and then I'll show them to you. I don't know if it would be legal for me to ship them to you though, even if they were organic, you know.
Probably be questionable.
They're so touchy with people sending food or skin products in the mail to, you know, outside of the US. It's sad.
Did you manage to sort that out for the UK?
Yeah, there are forms and things, and I still have to make the labels. It's kind of been a little lower on the totem of to-do list because I've had so much, but I was thinking about that today. Like, I need to get my labels. I have the format. I have everything ready. I just have to go do it and order them to be shipped. So
easy.
It's difficult with the ADHD brain, but we are coming back online and we had boundaries installed in my brain actually to help me maintain my focus, my attention, so that I don't get so easily distracted.
Yeah, if somebody interrupts you, you can hold your thought a lot better. Yeah? That was the intention.
Yeah. No, I'm going to order some, Kara, from that place you sent me. But I got some just so I can start some seeds like right now because I'm kind of impatient. I want to start seeds. I want to start gardening. So I do still intend to buy some seeds from there too. I'm just going to have seeds coming out of my ears. So
why not? Yeah, there's worse things.
Yeah. All right, let's see how I can do this. I'm going to probably have to mute my microphone. We'll probably have to mute you too, so we don't have any interference and have like that screaming. I can do that.
My headphones are like plug them in, you know, and then you won't have that annoying little fucking whatever.
Let me do that then. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to hear me
on my end. I can find my headphones.
Let me see. Give us a moment, guys. I think.
Right, bear with me. I've just got to get this knot out quick and then we're good to go.
Okay. I've got.
Just the silence, the echo that we've got going on there.
Is there an echo?
I think it's from my end, yeah, so that's why I'm putting this in here.
Okay.
Let's see if it
Hi,
makes a difference.
Okay, Corey's in here too. Hey, Corey. We're just trying to get everything situated so we can do this screen share and not have any interference screaming in y'all's ears. So,
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, cool.
Just to be on the safe side for anyone that has like earbuds or headphones on or anything like that, you might want to just like pull them out for a sec so we can make sure that the connection's not going to scream in your ear. Duncan, geez, Louise. Go on. That cat, I swear. In or out? Can you just pick one? He wants in and out all the time. All right, guys. Let's see how to do this. I practice. I sound like I'm in a tunnel. Okay, let me turn my microphone off and just try the earbuds. How's that? Do I still sound like I'm in a tunnel?
Yeah, you
Let
do
me know.
a little bit like that, you know.
Do I sound weird?
Yeah, it's like echoey. I thought it was from my end, but I don't think it is, you know.
Let me put my mic on my necklace, maybe.
Yeah.
How's that? Because, like, in anything else except for when streaming, it sounds good with the earphones and the microphone.
It's just through this, though. It's a bit of a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get you. That happens.
If it's going to be an issue, I can just take them out. I just don't want interference.
Yeah. Well, it's not so bad now. And I can't hear it on my end anymore either, so.
Okay. Well, we'll both be muted anyways while the clip is playing through.
Yeah, wicked.
That way. Okay. So.
It's the earphones.
Okay. All right. Let's take them off.
Okay, how's that?
That sounds clear, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, thank you. I gave myself my own haircut, Wendy. Thank you, mate.
It looks nice.
Yeah, thanks.
All right, so let's go ahead and try this out now. I'm gonna mute both of us and I have it already at the time that we're gonna start, so.
Yeah, wicked.
See
this.
Yes.
Okay, thank you for joining me. Now we have questions here, if possible, if you would like to partake in helping us on this journey. We would
Sorry, guys.
Did she experience to prepare her for this life, and how many were Earth lives?
There were quite a few difficult experiences
Mm-hmm.
imprinted on this one.
Mm-hmm.
This being is a being from far distances.
Far distances. Can you give us a pinpoint location on this distance?
This would not be something that is quantifiable for a human being.
Okay.
These
fine.
are distances of far-reaching realms, beginning creator echoes of what you would deem as being places that they do not translate well.
Okay.
This
I'm sure you're extremely intelligent and you will find a way.
we find difficulty because there is no human experience that may equate to this information. There is a barrier in that way.
Mm-hmm.
These are energetic places, yes, but there are also layers that are places that are more what you would deem tangible, what you would understand as tangible,
Mm-hmm.
but they are not similar to this realm
Right.
or what is known by beings that exist here.
Okay. Thank you very much. Is there anything else that you'd like to add to that?
There are a few Earth experiences that this one has encoded.
Okay.
She understands that these are not genuine experiences.
Mm-hmm.
She understands they are part of the information integrating into this physicality.
Mm-hmm.
And so she does not speak of being past icons such as Anne Boleyn, such as Oracle at Delphi, such as Vulva, Celtic origins, Viking experiences, warrior experiences,
Wow.
both Earth warrior and this is what you would understand indigenous Earth warrior and the spiritual warrior of the Nordic genetic bloodline. It is misunderstood by humans at this time still. It is not about skin color. This is just the way that energy is tangibilized to form what you understand as human beings.
Mm-hmm.
There are more grounded, earth-based energies, warriors, protectors.
Yeah.
And there are the higher realm conduits.
Yeah.
Neither is above the other. They just simply have different functions.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you for sharing that information.
All right. Sorry. Okay, I had to mute my computer so it doesn't do that crazy sound again. So let's discuss that portion. What was like your experience as the practitioner with having that kind of conversation? Oh, sorry. I have you muted still. Let me give you your voice back. There we go.
There was a lot of things that is that echo my end or your end?
Yeah. Do you want to put your headset back on?
Yeah, see if it's my end. Just got it ready. Okay.
I'll let you talk about that part of the session.
Yeah,
And
I thought
I'll
it was
just
really
get the next clip ready.
the way that it was talking about all the lives that you had lived, and if I can remember rightly, about talking about the incarnation cycle that you had was completely different to most Earth lives. The way that that all tied in was really, really interesting. And I just loved, like, my favorite part of this session has to be the healing section from it, and the higher self. To answer your question, to what you said last time, completely forgot where I was going on my train of thought now.
That's okay.
Sorry guys, it's completely gone. That's been happening to me quite often over the last few days.
Yeah, it's going to happen, especially this month with Mercury.
Like a lack to connection or something. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, no, I thoroughly enjoyed the whole session. But more to the point, I mean, how was it for you being your first?
It was really awesome. I really enjoyed it. So what we didn't, what I didn't put down to bring up today, and I didn't record what, where it was for time wise. I'll do some editing and we'll release the video to the group for you guys to be able to see. But I'm going to just edit it up for the parts that are more for just me right now. Yeah. So.
Yeah, that's what it was. With your higher self and the other things that you channel. Yeah, I'd say your higher self has like a calmer demeanor than all the others. Really calm, fluent, and you're just really good with your vocabulary.
Well, what were the other higher selves that you've worked with? What were they like in comparison?
Not as talkative, more straight to the point on information, and not really talking much, giving much information apart from the question that was being answered. It wasn't in detail. It'd be short, sweet, and what they needed to hear, really.
Yeah, I've had some of those, but then I've had some where the higher self was really talkative. But I've had some where it was just very short, abrupt, to the point, maybe even 1 to 2 words.
Yeah. And it's hard to get the ball rolling, isn't it, when you've got that sort of like higher self going on? It's like, come on, you've got to help me out here a little bit.
Yeah, it's like you have to get the energy moving, like get it engaged, you know.
Yeah. If you don't get the session moving forwards in certain stages, then it just doesn't roll. It just doesn't. You don't get the momentum from it.
Yeah. Yeah, I've had sessions that were very quick, very short.
Well, I've had a total of 4, 2 with the same person, and 2 with you and somebody else. So
Okay.
it's only my 3rd session, but 4th because I've done somebody else twice.
Yeah, and it didn't even seem like it was just your 3rd or 4th session. Honestly, you're very skilled already. So, you know, this is your purpose. Like it flows from you effortlessly, and you come up with really great questions, even questions, you know, that aren't in the list of questions. Hey, I feel like asking this for.
Yeah, I felt I heard you wanting me to ask it. I don't know if that, resonates with you at all. But...
Say that again?
Pardon?
Can you say that again?
I completely forgot what I just said.
Oh, I'm sorry. My cat is being loud. Oh, did I start sharing? I guess I started sharing. I didn't do that. I didn't try anyway. Okay. One of the kids let Duncan back in, and he wants back out now, and he's going to be
What's up, Duncan? Good to speak to you live, mate.
Here, buddy. I don't know what his deal is. He wants in and out all the time. I put my hand up like, don't let him in, and they let him in anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see here. I've got this ready to go at the next clip. Do you want to go ahead and move forward and see what that next clip is about? It's talking about, first it was the question about my father.
Yeah.
But it goes into some collective information that I thought was nice to share with everybody.
Yeah,
and then after that, we'll go to the collective question that I asked, and we'll see what comes up from that.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. I'm going to mute us again.
Yeah. I'll just put things out here, I guess.
Okay, come on, computer. Oh, Mercury problems. Now my very quick, brand new computer is trying to freeze on me.
I'm just going to ask for additional assistance from Archangel Metatron to stabilize the connection, please.
Thank you. Okay, let's. What is it doing now? All right. Sorry, guys. Technical difficulties. Blame Mercury. It's loading again. Okay. All right. Muting. Distant herself from those that or not. Familial judgments, though she has this. All right. There we go. Okay, let me unmute you real quick. I gotta figure out. Oh. Where are you? It's not getting. There we are. Okay, we'll unmute you for a sec. Let me figure this crap out.
Not having the best luck with it, man.
It's lagging really bad all of a sudden.
Damn.
Okay. Let's try this again. Okay. I think I'm just gonna have to edit the video and put the rest of it up.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, it's all of a sudden not wanting to load.
Okay.
So let's just go ahead and talk about the experience.
Yeah, I'll do my best to remember it in the stages.
Right. So what was the highlight that you want to talk about that came through in the session? Like the high points for you, what you learned as a practitioner, or just about the session?
Well, I thought it was only attachments that we could be removing. I didn't know it'd be like thought forms, program that you had that was attached. And it was a red and purple colour. And as soon as I removed it, it said, before I removed it and I found out that it was there, it basically said that the stage was complete. As soon as this stage is now complete, and I was like, look, I was just taken away by it. I was just like, wasn't expecting it. I just thought it was like entities I'm dealing with, but that's like, okay, so we've got this aspect now as well. It's just a peek in,
Yeah. So what it was an injected emotion, like an implanted emotion of what was it?
It's a figure or something.
It was like betrayal.
There you go.
Betrayal, sadness, like being marked, like having a target on your back.
Yeah, I remember it saying Mark.
Yeah.
Your face got really upset during the contact with it, so it's like. really connect and, connect to the energy and find out.
Yeah, it was like the emotion itself was just pouring out and just crying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
So
mental. I loved it though. It was a great experience.
that was in my hip. That was my left hip. And I told you, like, I've always had pain there. I've always stored stress there. Whenever I would go get massages, that's where I would have them focus because that was an area of tension.
Yeah.
And it ended up, what we got from the information from the higher self was that it was a stored, like a programmed emotion that was supposed to be there. That I was carrying in my tool belt because my given last name is Carpenter, and I'm a builder. So I needed that tool in my tool belt to be able to build and create.
Yeah.
So once it was gone, there I haven't felt anything there, and that's unusual for me.
So, also, you had self mentioned that you were an ancient energy. I like that as well.
It talked about, and I was like, I was listening. I've listened to that part a couple of times, and I was like, so what does that mean? Like, it said that my energy is like a carbon copy of the source. So I have access to all memories because I'm a copy, my soul's a copy of the source. So it has all of that information.
I just heard one in my right ear. No, I don't know what that's about, but yeah.
Yeah. So, and you asked like how old my soul was, and
I get information on that. Yeah.
Yeah, and the higher self said, it has always been. It's ancient and has always been. Yeah.
There's lots to learn from the higher self.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's never ending as well, which is just brilliant.
It definitely could be, Dallas. She says, interesting, same pain here, and I also had betrayal wound, so I wonder if it's similar.
I think
Probably connected to that, I would say.
Yeah. But this is the beauty of this job. Yeah, you just never know what you're going to get, Everybody is different, and there's always something else that we're going to learn.
Yeah. Yeah. And everyone is so vastly different. And so in the clip that we were able to play for everyone, it talked about, where was I going with that? Oh, talked about the experiences that I've had as a soul being not really here, being more distant, intangible things, more so like energy, frequency, and then different realms that don't tangibilize in the way that they do that we know here.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I was just like, whoa. Information that came from your session.
Yeah.
Like, great.
And I was thinking when I first heard that part before I got to the end of the recording with that collective message, or I don't know, it was somewhere in there. It was in one of those clips where it clarified, because I was like, well, like, what does that mean?
Okay.
And then towards the end where it was explaining something collectively, it was talking about how I'm aware that those aren't genuine experiences, that they are blueprinted ones. But in the other clip, it talks about how most beings can't distinguish a blueprint, like an imprint, or an actual genuine experience. But because of the work that I'm here to do and the knowledge that I can bring through and tap into, I'm meant to know, I'm meant to be distinguishable in that way.
Yeah.
So, because I was like, that's kind of contradictory in the beginning. And then I heard the other clip and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. I forgot what I was going to say now, but it's to do with the higher self. I'm not good under pressure. I'll come back to it.
You're good. Do you have a pen? You can jot down like a keyword if you think of it. Think of something so you don't forget it even as you're speaking.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I do that too. I'll be talking and then I'll trail off like, where was that going?
Yeah, but it's if I don't say it when I've got it like there ready to go, it'll just like, nah, okay, I'm gone. You're too slow, mate. I'm out.
Yeah. So I'll, after I edit some things and get the video to be small enough, I will post it so that you guys can.
Yeah, I would also like to say, another really cool part of this session was speaking to your dad.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, giving you, space to have that communication and say words that needed to be said before you guys could,
I didn't listen to that part yet.
No.
I got over to the higher self stuff to see what to bring on for the podcast, but I didn't listen to that part yet.
I thought that was a special part that I'd like to throw in. That was so when you show everybody when we get a chance to review that. That was really cool. I really enjoyed that.
So can you explain that one? Because I don't have a lot of memory of that.
Well, I just thought, like, when I was writing the script, I was just like, this is a really good opportunity since there's already like trauma with grief and sadness over the loss anyway, to try and get communication. And your dad came through and he was explaining that he did the best he could with what he was, his experiences with his parents, what he was taught, and that he loved you, and that he did his absolute best, and that he's sorry that he didn't do more. And I thought it was beautiful, so beautiful.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I know that. I know he didn't have the capacity to be a father, so I understood all of that.
Yeah.
Going in, even after he passed away, trying to navigate the like, how do I feel type of thing, because nothing was really triggered for me. And then I was like, well, why am I not being triggered? My father died. And then I had some good memories surface, that helped me to understand things a bit better, but also to have more compassion for him, because I already understood. And he was really an empathic person. Like when he would drink, he would become enraged and violent towards his girlfriend, whoever was his girlfriend. So he had mother wounds from my grandmother. But he never even yelled at me or got stern with me, ever, not once. But I hardly ever was around him. So I didn't have a lot of exposure. So it was just trying to navigate that and also bring another level, I guess, of understanding to why he was the way he was and why he couldn't be a father really to any of his children.
Yeah.
So it helped me to gain that level of understanding, and then having him come through and confirm that, that means a lot in itself.
Okay. Well, it was an absolute pleasure to be able to do that for you.
Thank you.
No problem.
It was a really awesome experience. So through, like, we did a very extensive healing. He did a really in-depth with all the chakras and with, bringing things to the surface. And do you want to talk about that? How I told you, they all stepped forward and were like.
Start by saying, before every session, my higher self has really been connecting with me. And I've been having ideas through these meditations in connection with my higher self, and how is best to heal the person that I am trying to help's trauma. And with each one, I've had different techniques to use. And I haven't been in this profession all that long to know what I'm doing. But I'm being guided to know what I'm doing, which is, so special and amazing. There's I think of my life as everybody has seen the videos and things that I've shared. I think of a drastic jump to how I used to be to how my life is now. It is inspirational, and I love it. It really does. It just lifts me up every day, and I don't think I'm gonna be any happier than doing this profession as a career path, because there's just so much in it to discover.
Yes, and that's the fun thing about it is every session is different. You know, there's something just magical about every single session, and they're all magical in their own way. It's like when you have multiple children, you can't love one more than another. You just love them in different ways for different qualities. I feel that way about hypnosis sessions.
Yeah, no, 100%. And I thought it was really cool how I was like guided through the script that I wrote for you, and the way that it all worked out for your healing. It was just absolutely perfect in my opinion. It was just the way that it was supposed to be.
Yeah, because you even asked me, did we spend enough time on each thing? Did you have enough time to process it? And I was like, yeah, well, it was happening. I kind of had this, it's like, I didn't think the thought, but it was around, I don't know how to explain it, but I was thinking like, I'm glad that this is moving at the pace it is, because I have little processing time when it comes to like reading or even scanning a document for one little word or one little bit of information. I just, it's quick for me, the way my brain works. So whenever you had he focused on each chakra and the things that would be associated as far as traumas with that chakra. Yeah. And the way that my brain had them pop forward, it's like, and I told him it was kind of overwhelming to see how many points of trauma there were in my childhood from a really young age, from 2 or 3 years old. And I had like all of these little video clips of memory step forward, and then they lined up like chronologically, and I saw them as like a reel, skipping from one age or one trauma to another.
That you needed to visualize in order to heal past it.
Yeah, because I had healed a lot of those individually. I had worked on a lot of those individually, but I told you, like, I think there's still residue. And I think the bringing them all forward and seeing the gravity of the trauma that I experienced as a child and like by whom really brought some more depth of awareness to that, and kind of some finality, like, okay, I get it. I see the pattern here. I know why those had to happen at those ages and why they're all strung together in the way that they are. So for me, I was able to do all that processing, and then we would move on to the next chakra. But you had a really interesting way about destroying the illusion. I want you to talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, well, this is what I thought is like, in my script, I would like talk on the traumas that we discussed that had affected you. And I wanted it to reach your emotions during hypnosis. And in the script, I would bring these traumas up and certain situations of your life that you had experienced. And by bringing these up, you'd have like visual memories in your mind from these traumas. And I just flowed it in with that. And now, just all these that you're seeing in your mind now, just put them on the screen in front of you, and go through it all. And then when you're done, you just smash it with a hammer. And then all of the team is going to transmute all that negative energy into something more positive in the universe.
Yeah. And the way that I saw it, I told him I saw me like throwing a pickaxe, like you would do axe throwing,
Yeah, like a Viking.
At it, and it shattered.
Yeah. And then through that shatter, though, you're completely letting go. Then, aren't you? You've got the control.
You shatter the illusion of the traumas that they held over you. I thought that was so poetic.
Yeah, I can't take all credit for it. Like, my higher self really did guide me through the script, and I meditated loads on it, put a lot of attention and details and It was beautiful. It was like
Yeah.
the best thing I've ever written.
It really is. It's amazing. And
Yeah,
I'm so proud of you. I know you're proud of you too, because it
thank
worked
you.
so well.
Yeah, I just love the way that, the way that it came to me. It's just like, just speak to them about the trauma, get them to visualize the part of this in their mind, and then get them to see it in front of you and really process it. And really take a minute to just view it, and I would be giving you as long as you needed
Yeah.
to get past that, and I made that sure in the script as well, that I knew that I would be there as soon as you were comfortable to move on.
Yeah.
Just
And you take great care and, you know, so much intention into the highest good out of that session for that person.
absolutely.
So I love how you're going, and you're so, just right in the beginning stages of the internship portion
Yeah, my
of
third
your training.
session, yeah.
And it just doesn't seem like it at all.
I
You
feel
seem like
I'm
a pro.
I'm in my comfortable spot now. It's like, I tried, I failed, and it sent me back down a negative path. I went through the darkness, through that, to find my light again, and I'm reborn like a phoenix
Yeah.
from the flame.
You're doing it too, and that,
Yeah.
you've expanded way past your comfort zone. And like
I
yesterday
didn't.
when I was asking, hey, do you want to come on and talk about it, maybe like Monday, because I didn't want to,
Yeah.
hey, on tomorrow's podcast, you want to just join? I didn't want to make him feel
And I was like,
uncomfortable.
oh my
And
god,
he was like,
this is all too real now. I'm like, I'm going to be on the screen now, and it's like, and I was like, you know what? No, because it's just an illusion. Yeah?
yeah,
Feel these emotions. Yeah, laugh at yourself and just say, these fears that I feel right now are stopping me from moving forward. So
yeah,
we're going to chuck this motherfucker to the side, yeah? And we're going to fucking put you in your rightful place. You no longer have control over my life. And you're just going to walk through into freedom, out of fear and into freedom. Fucking just go for it.
I
Because you've
love
got
it.
nothing to lose. You've got this experience, yeah? Just make the most out of it. This is the best thing that I can say to anybody listening. Just make the most out of it. Don't let fear control you and keep you stagnant and keep you stuck. Because you can make it way past it. And as soon as you do it the first time, it gets easier the second time and the third time, and then before you know it, you're not even thinking about it. You're doing it just because you enjoy to do it. You don't care what anybody else thinks or feels about the situation either.
Oh, Kara has some astrology info for you, Matt. She says
Nice.
Pluto is passing through your ascendant right now. It's transforming you, your inner self, and it's beautiful to see.
Thank you. Love you, sis.
Thank you, astrologer Kara. I really love that. She's like on it. She just knows, man.
Yeah, she's brilliant, man. I'll always turn to Cara if I need, like, guidance with crystals or astrology.
Yeah.
Always. Yeah.
Yeah. And herbalism now. She's
Yeah.
into herbalism and gardening, and she's gonna start, exploring all of that. So I'm excited for her.
I'm loving like how everybody in this group has got something going on that they're concentrating on, and
Yeah.
they're evolving past who they used to be to who they want to be, and it's so fucking powerful. It's amazing.
Yep, tapping into that feminine creation energy and then using that masculine to go for it, to make the tangible actions, like doing the creative stuff, like you with your music. Even that's, it takes action to pick up a guitar. You had to go drive to pick one up. You went and got that. You play it.
420 odd miles to go get it then back.
Mm-hmm.
It was a beautiful journey though. I ended up in a cathedral, like it was a little off journey. And I ended up visiting that, taking a lot of photos, and I went to a little crystal shop and met some cool people, and it was just a good little adventure.
Yeah, and all of those pleasant things happened because that was what you were supposed to do. So it was, a pleasurable experience because you were following that guidance, you were listening to.
Yeah, I felt a huge calling to go get that guitar as well. It was just, it is a beautiful guitar. It's a tanglewood guitar, and it is literally just my baby.
Yeah,
Very good, Katie. I'm glad.
that's amazing for you, Katie. I love that. Yeah. Her higher self said she's supposed to teach people the old ways.
Yeah, absolutely. And the old ways are always the best, yeah. They're original.
Yeah. The way it's supposed to be.
Yeah, absolutely.
I was just talking about herbal remedies and holistic medicine with one of the bud tenders yesterday at the weed shop.
Nice. I've
Yeah.
got somebody as well. I've got somebody, I made a friend. His name's Shelton. He's Jamaican and he runs like the natural, sort of like organic herbs and stuff like that. Fluoride free toothpaste, bit of crystals, incense. Great dude.
Awesome.
Yeah. So I made friends with him. I can go there whenever I want now and chill out. Hey, fucking hell, I've got a hell of a box coming. Oh, you've got no way to say that I'm cheating on you at all. I've got a box as big as like a celebration box there coming.
You topped me with your order. I had the title of the heaviest box that she had sent out just for like a couple weeks, and then you got your other order. You topped me.
Yeah, and you know what? I felt such a call into each and every crystal, yeah. And yeah, we did drive a hard bargain, didn't we, Cara? You were fair though, to be honest.
Yeah. It's even, with you and the extra shipping from having to ship it outside of the country.
Yeah.
You'll carry that title for a while.
Yeah, for sure. It's a bit of a pain in the ass that they changed the prices because neither of us knew. No, it was sort of like just one of the moments, and I was lucky enough for Cara to cover that, which was very, very kind of you. Love you. Thank you very much.
She's amazing. She always makes sure that you get what you need no matter what.
Oh yeah, and the crystal quality that's coming as well. Yeah, it's just like I can't wait. I'm like a kid at Christmas now. I'm like, where's my box?
Yeah, and then each one is individually wrapped, so it's really going to be like Christmas. She said that box is freaking 9 pounds. Took me 84 years to wrap.
Yeah, how many items did you wrap though? Because that's just slacking, mate. 84 years. I mean, I only had what, 34.
It was worth it.
I was in a weird mood that night when I joined as well. I was like, oh, that's it. Fucking someone's telling me to go fucking mad here. Someone's telling me to really go all in and just get as much as you can from this crystal deal. And I did.
Right? You're going to pay for shipping either way, so you might as well get it all in one fell swoop.
Yeah, and I got some amazing stuff there, like the colours. And that was Atlanticite, that purple Atlanticite. I was like, oh, man. I was seeing that and I was like, that's mine. Nobody else that's mine.
Oh, Kara, I will never remember unless I mention this now because he just reminded me. What bracelet is this made out of? Like, what stone is this bracelet made out of that I got from you?
Mm.
I know it's the one that's supposed to be like soothing for your emotions and stuff. Like the heat of your skin releases.
I can't say I've seen anything along the lines. It's beautiful.
I was telling my friend about it for her daughter because she's at that age, she's 13 and hormones are flying around and she's a tremendously gifted empath. And I've told her, I've worked with her, we've talked about how to shield herself and things, but it's difficult when you're at school and when you're in that age and,
Yeah, when you're in that age, especially.
Okay, that's what we thought, but I wasn't sure. Lepidolite. Do you have any more? I want to get one for my friend's daughter. If you have some, then toss me an invoice or whatever, or just start me a new box. I don't know. Yeah, toss me an invoice because you haven't shipped my box yet. So yeah, let's throw one of those in there for her. I was just talking to her about it yesterday when I went to pick some cookies up. So
nice. What cookies did you get?
I got Girl Scout cookies. Her other daughter only had it has lithium in it. Let's do that. So her other daughter is the Girl Scout that has the Girl Scout cookies. She only had one little box left with, I think, probably 7 or 8 boxes of different kinds of cookies. So I grabbed 2 boxes of the lemon ones and then her last box of the brownie cookies that have caramel on them.
What's the lemon cookie like? I like lemon muffin. but I
No,
don't.
I don't have any in here. They're just flat like shortbread cookies with a lemon glaze.
Ooh, that does sound
Yeah.
good.
And they look like little lemon slices, little circle lemon slices.
That's creative, isn't
They
it?
make them look cute.
Fair play. Putting the effort in.
Yeah. Oh, you can get more. Awesome. If you could do that, I would very much appreciate. I want to get her something she can wear to school and stuff. Keep with her, you know.
Yeah.
So, anything else about the session or any of your sessions that you want to bring up? Anything that you've been learning?
I came across this woman from Canada that I gave a session to, and there was some AI that was attached to her that couldn't be removed. I tried everything. I tried like fire from my dragon. I tried, using the angels. I tried, but then we found out that that is the what do you call it, the program belief. That she believes that it can't be removed with the attachment, sort of like programmed her to believe that. So I had to go back and see if we can remove it. But at that time, because she couldn't believe, she believes that it can't be removed. It just can't be removed.
Yeah, exactly. Because you create based on what you believe.
Mm-hmm.
So people will keep themselves stuck at times,
Yeah.
even in sessions like this. Like we can't go in and rescue people. We're not the one doing the healing. We're
We're
facilitating
guiding
that
you
for
through the
them.
healing process. Yeah. We want you
Yeah.
to envision what's best for you to see the best way that you feel that you need to see to heal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they had to resonate it on a deep level as well, because if they don't, then they're not going to get the full benefit from it either.
Exactly. Like, so with me, it was kind of the opposite of that. After the session, I felt like a deeper sense of solidity, of certainty, of confirmation, oh, good night, Linda.
That's
Love
amazing to
you.
see that though, because that's like peace of mind. And that's like really calming you.
Yeah, it's like I was pretty sure before, but now that someone with like some kind of authority, I guess you could say, has said and confirmed the same things, it's like, okay, I can like fully believe it now.
Yeah, you can take it all in now and you can run with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I like that, that effect. Like I thought I was certain before, but it's like a whole level of certainty that I haven't felt. Just like this is rock hard set in stone type
Yeah.
of energy.
Yeah. Well, we went through quite a few stages. We did the chakra cleanse, but then I did the cleanse with water and light as well to make sure that everything was completely clear. And then I merged both of those energies and blasted everything out of your system as well. So I pretty much covered everything that I could, and I asked your higher self, are we sovereign and are we trauma free? And we had a yes on that. So
Yeah. The higher self said there is no other way with this one.
no, that's it. Yeah,
Yeah.
there is
So
no other choice for this one or other way. Yeah,
yeah, because on a personal level, I never understood like being controlled by something, a thought form or something like that,
yeah,
because I've never been able to give over my sovereignty.
mm,
It's never been a question for me. And I was always like, I understand that people go through it and it's a genuine thing. And I understand how to like remove them and all of these things. But I myself have never had the personal experience with having had one, for myself.
yeah. Okay.
So I guess that helps explain why I was like, well, like, it's not like I'm special or anything, but that's part of my purpose to remain and maintain that sovereignty to
Yeah,
show others how it's done,
yeah,
basically.
definitely. Yeah, 100%. Completely agree.
Kara's definitely more connected to her self after her session too. And that's true. She's been like, she took her session and she's run with it. She
Yeah.
threw that purse off. She hadn't picked it back up, and she's just doing all of these amazing things, and she's seizing these opportunities and listening to that guidance and getting excited and not being so, well, I don't know, is this for me? Is it not for me?
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
interested. I want to, but I'm not sure. She's not like that. She's
The
just like,
confidence
this is mine.
yeah, exactly that. Good.
I love that.
So do I. That's like breaking past, like, like I was talking about, it's like getting rid of that fear, yeah? As soon as you release that fear and see it for the illusion that it is, you can just make it past it, yeah? And anything that you want to achieve, you can achieve. You
Exactly.
just got to align yourself with it. I believe that you deserve it.
Yeah, just because you exist.
Yeah.
That's the only requirement for you to be worthy and deserving of anything is existing.
Yeah, literally.
If you exist, you're worthy and deserving of anything and everything that you could want, need, or desire.
Yeah, I love that. I completely agree.
It's a beautiful thing. I just like being able to have a conversation with the higher self of a person is different than having a conversation with that person on a conscious level. Do you agree?
100%, yeah, 100%. Yeah, there's so much calm there, and they're just so clear,
Yeah.
There is no hesitancy at all. They're just on,
Yeah.
And yeah, I think that's cool. That's
Yeah.
where I want to be, I want to stop forgetting shit, and I want to be like, whoop, yeah, okay, cool. I want to download straight back into it, like, because that's one thing I'm noticing at the moment, like too many good ideas are slipping out and come back, going away, come back, go away, come back. I just want stable connection and stay there. And so it is.
You're working on it. It takes, oh, good night, Kelly. We love you.
See you later, Kelly.
Believe you deserve it and line yourself with the frequency. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
it takes practice.
Yeah.
And my higher self even talked about, like, with my my left brain and my right brain. I've always been really dominantly left brain, but also it's like on the flip side, I'm very dominantly right brained. I've always had to really kind of combine them and balance them.
Yeah.
So at times my logical side can override the dreamy side and vice versa. Mm-hmm. So it's taken me since I was a little kid, I had to discipline myself to kind of maintain attention. Is this like too far out in left field, or is that like I had to use discernment from an early age because of all the traumas and having to discern, do I step this way or that way, because anything could be a misstep and then I was in physical harm,
Yeah.
So I can see how those experiences were needed to forge me and to get me, because I didn't have the parental guidance.
Yeah, that's what's crazy. As soon as you're reaching towards the end of your journey, it's like everything that you have fucking been through along that path here, you can see why you had to do it.
Yeah.
And it's when you find like your true purpose and you align yourself with that purpose that everything else starts to make sense on your path there.
Yeah. Yesterday, I didn't tell you about this yet. I forgot. Whenever the boys and I went to town, we stopped and we had dinner first at a little barbecue restaurant. Nice. And we were sitting there and the kids were talking about something. I don't even know how my very young kids organically just melted into this conversation, but it needed to happen. Mm-hmm. They were inappropriate touching and children being sexually abused came up. Right. Yeah. I don't know how it kind of went there, but it did. They had questions. They were asking questions. And then all of a sudden I started crying.
Oh, shit.
And that's not normal for me. Like, even whenever I talk about my own sexual abuse and things like that, I never cry anymore because I've done a lot of healing on that. But there was something that needed to come up yesterday regarding that. And it's like my empathy for a child, whether it was me or not, experiencing starting at 2 years old, 3 years old, being harmed in that way.
Yeah.
So I just started crying. And they were like, I'm sorry, Mom, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, when those things happen, it leaves scars on your heart that you can't see. So I had to explain to them, and I always use these kinds of conversations with my kids as something, a lesson, you know. And I've told them and I've taught them that no one tries to touch or see your private parts, or if you're not comfortable, that's your body. You are the boss of your own body, basically. So I let it into that conversation, and you don't ever keep secrets from your mother, or if someone threatens you or anything like that, you don't keep secrets still, you know. And I used it as a moment to teach, but it was also a moment for me to release some of that emotion.
Yeah, so beautiful.
Yeah.
In its own way.
Right in the middle of a barbecue restaurant.
Well, it's something that your son was so, you know, empathetic to you crying as well. He's just like, you know, really had some concern and care for you. That's beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah. And that gets in my own way, as my higher self later talked about, like the recent situations, like with Angela and with my daughter, and comparing them to being similar, because I mothered those connections. I wanted them to have the awareness, the information to make the best decisions, but that those happened because I had to take a step back because of my heart, because I care so much. I won't stop trying to help someone bring their awareness. But like with my daughter, it's detrimental at this point because she's shut down. She's not ready for it, and it would only cause further rifts.
Yeah, the harder you push now, the more she'll pull away.
Yeah, exactly.
Funny way of doing that sometimes.
Yeah. And yeah, my Cap and Pisces push pull definitely care. Thank you, Wendy. Yeah, like I've talked about it to you guys, and you know, on the podcast even, about the abuses that I experienced, and it's like I didn't cry. I moved through it and was able to do that. But
I
just
even tried to get you to, you know, have more emotion come through during those times. I encouraged it, you know, in the script itself, to try and get you to feel a bit more. But you were adamant that you were ready to go. And
yeah. Well, there was a little bit more, I guess.
Just a little bit. But the main thing is, you know, is that are you feeling better, and the pain in the hip is gone?
Yeah, the pain in the hip has been gone since my session. I felt it coming out.
How do you feel emotionally compared to what you did before you had the session?
Pretty, you know, level. Most of the time, I'm pretty level emotionally, because I do take the time to address things, even if I have to put it off till later. Like I told you, sometimes I won't get the emotion in the moment because of my program and my childhood. I had to save that for later. I couldn't cry, or else I would get abused. I would get physically abused. So I had to wait until I was by myself in my room or something after it was over to cry. Yeah. So I think that needed to happen yesterday for that reason. It wasn't like I was having a ball fest in the restaurant. It was just like a few tears slipped down my face, and I was trying to get a napkin or something so my makeup wouldn't run. And it was over pretty quickly, but it was that little bit of emotional release that needed to happen, you know, regarding that little child version of me, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. That's absolutely beautiful. I'm close to tears here myself when I'm holding. Keep it together now, keep it together, keep it together.
Well, even like with these sessions, we can do, you know, incredible healing in these sessions. And then after the sessions, they're still going to be experiencing the repercussions of that energy, because the waves, you know, it ripples out. So there will have emotional responses to certain things, or epiphanies and realizations to be able to string those things together. So it's just the reverberations of the healing that took place in that session manifesting in a tangible way for confirmation, to help you to integrate that healing process as well.
I think as healers as well, though, you know, because we've been through so much shit in our life and such a hard upbringing, that it molds us, you know. We want to help other people because we know what it's like to feel so, abused and neglected and just
with no one around to help to even, lift a finger.
suffering in silence. Yeah, do you know what I mean? And it's such an honor to be able to step in and help healing the traumas that they got going on that are holding them back in their life. Yeah, and that's 100% why I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Because I've been there. Yeah? And there's people who don't know what's going on with certain entities that are making them think certain things. They just don't understand what's going on with them. It's a very confusing time in their life. Yeah? And but I know what I'm here to do, and there's nothing going to stop me from doing it.
Yeah. You couldn't stop if you tried. It's so addictive, having these experiences, and they're all so vastly different usually.
Yeah. And I'm still only in my training. I mean, I've got to complete 25 sessions before I can qualify for the certificate. But I'm also training in something else now as well, so that's going to be starting soon.
I love it.
Yeah.
You're just acquiring all these different ingredients because you're creating something yourself.
Yeah, and I'm getting all of like the scripts from everybody else, and I'm going to make like a master modality out of them all. That's my purpose.
I love that.
I feel it. Yeah, that's really like goosebumps all over. That's a resonates.
That's your confirmation.
Yeah.
That's confirmation bumps there, buddy.
Yeah,
spiritual chills.
Yeah, I just love it. I live for these moments, and I have some sadness in my heart for people who are confused and don't understand how to break out of this loop.
Yeah.
But whoever is watching this this podcast, if you do feel lost and confused and you don't know what's going on with you, then reach out to me and I'll see if I can help you.
Yeah, he's amazing. And like, even with the healing portion, whenever you were going through each and everything, I was feeling like on my skin, I told you my skin felt like static, like on analog TV when it was just the static channel. That's what my skin felt like.
It was after it, I was just like, fuck yeah.
Yeah, because I could feel it like swirling and then going to the energy centers, the chakras, each one individually. I would feel it pulling from other areas of the body and then merging into that chakra. And I could feel like the energy swirling, and like it was really cool.
So they find it absolutely fantastic. Man, I just seriously, I'm just grinning from ear to ear every day, because I'm just so happy.
And I love that for you, because
I love that for me. I love it for anybody who experiences it. It's such an uplift.
Yeah.
And when we had a discussion after the session, I was saying that so close to getting it. We'll get it soon. Send it back.
It's like the bank vacuum, whenever you go to the bank and they give you the canister and it sucks up and goes.
Yeah, all like
that back. I wasn't done.
The same one, and I don't know which one I'm going to follow. Yeah, so I just let go of both of them. Fuck off. I don't want either of you because you're not it. Yeah.
That's all right. You'll find your flow. You'll find how to hold on to one.
Yeah, eventually.
Yeah. You got it.
I'm definitely going to add that into my meditation now because I'm just like noticing it. Just yeah.
We should give you a session from my script, from my method.
Oh yeah. Sounds good to me.
Okay. We'll start getting it handled. We'll see what comes up for you.
Yeah, that'll be awesome.
Tradesies.
We can do it as many times as we want as well, can't we? You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
This is what's interesting. We have a lot to learn from each other.
We can keyword you.
Yeah.
It was fun though. It was really nice. And I have only good things to say about the session. There wasn't anything like you didn't come off as an intern in any way. You intuitively, developed it, tailored it to my needs, what you first saw. because we did discuss some things before we actually scheduled the session. So we were able to, get the highlights.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you also were doing the session, we had a couple of little hiccups. I had a delivery of soil right in the beginning, and then I had to come back in, but I was able to go back down really quickly, just go right back in.
And then we had your headphones die literally just towards the end of the healing script, didn't we?
Yeah, my headphones died.
Yeah, and I was like, hey, you can
I
hear
had
me
to
now.
exit
You can
and
hear
come
me now,
back
like,
in.
lie down.
That threw off the sound. You couldn't hear me. I couldn't hear you or something like that. So we had to fix that.
Yeah.
But right back in, and it went just really well. And you handled that whenever those interruptions did happen that were out of your control.
Yeah.
I think those happened to prove to you that you can just pick up and then go right back in it with no issues. And it helped you to learn how to navigate that energy without happening in a session. And you did beautifully. And then you just kind of integrated seamlessly and went on to the next thing like it was no big deal.
Yeah. Well, the thing is that we spent so long on the healing, and we didn't have time for a past life regression. So that's going to be our next session.
Yeah. And I even asked Matt, I was like, so how do you think that's going to go? Obviously the past life regression part couldn't happen today.
No,
and then with these other life experiences that I've had being realms that don't really translate well to what we've experienced or can see here, I'm like, how's that gonna go? Are we just go over blueprints and stuff that can be explained? Or what's gonna happen? So I don't even know.
No, I don't know, but I'm sure damn well gonna find out.
Right? That just makes it a little more interesting, I guess.
Yeah, 100%. It's brilliant, man. It was an absolute pleasure.
Yeah, it was a pleasure for me too. I really loved it. So if any of you are needing some kind of help, like Matt discussed, reach out to him, and he would be so happy to be able to facilitate your healing for you. He's very skilled. He handles it like a seasoned pro. Like I would have never guessed if he hadn't told me that it was only his third session or your third, different person for a session. I wouldn't have known, because you're very professional with it. You just know how to do it and you just do it. So
yeah, I just feel like, when I sit down and write the script, it guides me through the session, and then any of the hiccups that come up in between, I feel like I've gotten the hardest bit down on paper right in front of me. So I know exactly where I'm going. I know all the other stages. It's just the chakra rebuild at all repair. With those two and the traumas healed, that's the biggest part for me, because it's the most important, in my opinion, because, you want to be trauma-free, and you want, especially to be entity-free if you do have any attachments, and you just want your own energy, you want to be sovereign.
Yeah. And even if it's not like an entity attachment or something like that, like with me, it was an implanted emotion that was, it was time for that phase to be over. So, on to the next phase of life, on to the next chapter, what I'm doing now. There could be like energetic cords from this life or any other life that's attached to you. This could be like contractual agreements, oaths that you've taken in other lifetimes that affect you now. So what I really love about that healing portion is you're so in depth with it, and it allows these things to arise if there is something there, not just an entity type of attachment, which are thought forms, which are usually created by you. So it's as a fragment of the trauma. So you heal the traumas, you heal all of those things, and you also make sure to get rid of any residual, energy that's attached, because that will make that fragment of you outside of you, but still attached to you, to feed off your energy, so to speak.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a whole shebang type deal where you're really very thorough. So I love that.
No, I try to be, because like I said, it is the most important part of the session, in my opinion. It's just you have to be healed in order to move forward, don't
Mhm.
you? And anybody who has a session, just have the intention and to let go of everything that no longer serves you, and
Yeah.
just really commit to the session and make the most out of it.
Yeah, because it is going to take work on your behalf too. It's not just someone else who's going to come in and do all this for you and you don't have to lift a finger. You
No,
have to change your own behaviors, your patterns of thought. You have to
yeah,
listen with the intent to heal and to really understand what's coming through so that you can move past it. You can integrate that and you can move forward.
yeah,
Because if you don't, you're still going to be keeping, holding on to those stagnating patterns like I talked about in the reading earlier.
yeah,
That energy is still moving, but you're keeping it here and it's still causing an
mm,
issue. It's still manifesting for you.
yeah,
So stop trying to hold on to it so tightly. It's toxic. It's poison. It's
yeah,
poisoning you from the inside out. So you have to let go of these things
yeah,
if you want a better life. And just like with your other client that had the belief that they couldn't get rid of that AI implant, they
mm-hmm,
couldn't get rid of it in their session because they had that belief. So you have to really work with reprogramming your mind, listening to your session, because even that client listening to that session afterwards,
I've actually wrote my own meditation for her to listen to as a guided meditation to let go of that. So,
there you go. Because
mm,
as she's listening to it, it'll help her. Oh, it's only still here because I believe it. So if I believe, I can let it go. And then that can cause them to heal post session,
yeah,
but still by the information that you obtained in the session.
mm-hmm.
Hey, Steph.
Yeah, it's quite the journey, you know. Like I said, I'm only an amateur at the moment. I'm right at the beginning of my journey. I love the feedback. And thank you very much for your kind words.
Yes, it was amazing. Thank you for popping in, Steph. He just got finished with his SCHH session too. He had one
Oh,
today.
nice,
So,
amazing.
enjoy your time with your baby girl. Tell Autumn I said hello, sending my love. She's such a sweet, sweet soul. So precious.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, we're closing in on hour and 45 minutes. Do you have anything else that you want to mention or talk about before we let everyone get back to their day?
Well, I'd just like to say, I'm thinking of writing meditation for the collective, and I'm going to come on with your permission, of course.
Yes. Yes.
And
I invited him to come on and do a meditation for you guys because he
yeah,
has one in mind that he'd like
yeah,
to.
I think it'd be very powerful, and
Yeah.
it'd be really cool to just experiment and just have fun with it.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah. So we'll give you time to write that and then you
yeah,
just give me a heads up whenever you're ready and we can figure out a good day to schedule you to
yeah,
come.
yeah. That'd be good.
Awesome. All right, guys. So I'm going to get to editing the video and get that posted as soon as I can.
Mm,
Not making any promises because I also still have the podcast lineup and everything else I've got to
mm,
do. So I'm going to be working on it though today
mm.
and see how long it takes me to get that short enough to where it's uploadable to Facebook.
Yeah, I'm setting the intention of you that is going to go so smoothly and easy. It's just going to be a breeze to fly
Yes.
through.
Well, I actually got the programs to encode it to kind of make it smaller and be able to get it to an editing program. So I've done that first part, making it smaller. So now I just have to get it to the editing program and get all the bits and pieces that I really want to include so everyone can hear because there was a lot of really good stuff in there. And it's
Mm.
disappointing that my computer wasn't wanting to play the
Well, we
other
all know
clips.
why. We all know why. But at the end of the day, it doesn't
Yeah.
matter because as soon as you get it into a smaller clip, yeah, ain't no way nothing. But no amount of lag is going to stop it from playing.
Yeah.
So it's just because of the length of the video. I believe it's nearly 3 hours, wasn't
It
it?
was 3 hours. Yeah. It was a really long session.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of stuff in there,
Mm.
a lot of really amazing stuff in there, but I'm going to trim it so that you guys get the information
Mm.
and it's compressed enough for Facebook to allow the upload. So,
Mm.
yeah. Thank you, Matt, so
No
much
problem.
for my session and also for taking the time to come on and talk to all of us about my session and also about your work that you do.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you guys feel like you could benefit from a session with Matt, reach out. He'll, you know, use his own discernment and use his scheduling, and I don't know his availability. So just reach out to him and y'all can figure it out together.
Well, I'm not short of people to help at the moment, you know what I mean? But there can never be enough. So just
Yeah,
send them
exactly.
all.
And I know you already have quite a few people that are lined up.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, no, definitely. And with most, like I've been guided, or they've been guided to me,
Mhm.
and I'm seeing angel numbers tied to them, and that's sort of like, yeah, that's the way I need to go. You know, I'm looking out for that. Like, where's my guidance? Where am I supposed to go?
Yeah.
Because I need to, you know, like you said, use your discernment to know whether it's the right decision to help them or not, because you just
Yes.
don't know, you know.
Yep. So no guarantees, just reach out to him and see what kind of availability he has, you
Yeah,
know, see if it aligns and resonates for all involved
yeah,
before moving forward. But it
absolutely.
was absolutely beautiful. And I'm so excited to watch you grow in your work because you're expanding and growing at like such a quick rate.
Yeah, I'm doing my best, you know. It's quite the journey, man. You really got to dedicate yourself. You really
Mhm.
do. And I
And
know
you
everybody
are,
does.
you've dedicated yourself to this entire process, and it's such an admirable quality. And I can't tell you how proud I am of you
No,
enough times.
thank you so much. I'm proud of you too, going out on your own, you know, and overcoming things that you needed to overcome. It's amazing. Look what we can do with our lives.
Right?
Yeah,
Thank you.
there is no frown upside down. Turn it upside down. Do you know what I mean? There is no frown needed.
Exactly. Exactly. All
Right.
right, guys. Well, we love you so much. I will be back with you guys tomorrow, same time as today. It's early podcast day, so 4 p.m. Eastern, which is now what time your time?
Yeah, what are we? Let's have a look at my phone if anything.
We're closing it. What time was it 2 hours ago?
No, 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock.
10, yeah, 10 p.m. now.
10 p.m. GMT, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So tomorrow, 10 p.m. GMT or 4 p.m. Eastern time, 1 p.m. Pacific time. And if you don't already have a subscription either on YouTube to my channel or get notified on Facebook when I go live, you can do that by going to my page. You can click going to the event and it will always notify you. 8 p.m. Katie?
Yeah.
Okay, 8 p.m. 8 p.m. GMT.
Hmm.
Okay.
So
Thank
is
you.
it 8 p.m. now? Yeah, because the time went back an hour.
For
So
you?
no, for you, I think it was.
Oh, we went forward an hour.
Oh, there you go. I don't know if it's affected our side of the pond, but
I
we'll
don't
figure
know.
it out.
We'll figure it out somehow.
Yeah.
I'll be live tomorrow, you guys.
All
I
right
love
then.
you so much. Thank you, Matt, so much for coming on
No problem.
and
It was my
gracing us
pleasure.
with your knowledge, your wisdom, and your beautiful energy.
Thank you. It's a
Love you
pleasure.
guys. I will see you tomorrow. Take care and